मेरा नाम गोसिया है, मैं पाकिस्तान में हूँ and पाकिस्तान बहुत खूबसूरत है.
So any place that you visited that you just realized that no, this is something that was missing in my life and I just want to stay here?
In the north, yeah, when I see these mountains and I see the sunlight and everything on the mountains reflecting in the lake. Pakistan has everything, like has these beautiful mountains, has diversity, culture, a beautiful city.
So how does it work for you? How do you get the ideas?
And some things, I see these places and they speak to me, yeah? This place speak to me.
I would like to ask, what are your future plans?
Well, my future plans for this year is also to, as we were talking, to visit this 100 cities, because this is like my plan. So far, I visited a lot of cities in Pakistan, like the Western media are very, they are showing not a good image of this country. And I'm talking to the people and I'm trying to encourage this, and I'm soften this image of Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum and a very warm welcome. This is Marriam Kaiwan with a fresh episode of Not Every Woman. अच्छा, इस हफ्ते अभी रिसेंटली गुजरा है इंटरनेशनल एजुकेशन डे. उसी के साथ प्रोग्राम का आगाज़ करते हैं जहां हम बात करते हैं इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ एजुकेशन फॉर बोथ द जेंडर्स. हम टीचर्स को ट्रिब्यूट पेश करते हैं जो अपनी, मैं कहूँगी, जो खिदमात होती हैं वो पेश कर रहे होते हैं. एजुकेशन इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर बोथ द जेंडर्स, लेकिन आज स्पेसिफिकली हम बात करेंगे कि वाई इज़ इट इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर योर फीमेल्स, फॉर योर डॉटर्स टू बी एजुकेटेड. हमने बहुत सारे ऐसे वाक़यात देखे हैं पाकिस्तान में. हम ऐसे एक इलाकों में रहते हैं, ऐसा स्ट्रेटस मौजूद हैं जहाँ पर फॉर इंस्टेंस घर में अगर बेटा है और बेटी है और चिकन का सालन बना है तो जो अच्छी वाली बोटियाँ हैं वो बेटे की प्लेट में जाती हैं. फॉर वेरी, आई वुड से, सेल्फिश रीजंस होते हैं कि ठीक है, हमारा नाम, हमारी लेगेसी इनसे कंटिन्यू होनी है, इन्होंने आपका नाम आगे बढ़ाना है. और बच्चों को क्यों पढ़ाएं? बड़ा एक सवाल आता है ना, इनको पढ़ा के क्या करना है, इन्होंने क्या कर लेना है, कल को तो शादी हो जानी है. लेकिन डू यू रियलाइज़ कि शादी के बाद इन्होंने आगे आने वाली नस्लों को संभालना है? और एक अनपढ़ माँ कितना डैमेज कर सकती है सोसाइटी को. दिस इज़ जस्ट बियॉन्ड कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, आई वुड से. बहुत सारी ऐसी जगहें होती हैं, वाक़यात होते हैं जहाँ समझ आती है कि इस लड़के को या इस लड़की को वो बेसिक सिविक सेंस या वो बेसिक चीज़ें नहीं पता, क्योंकि माँ खुद वो गलतियाँ कर रही होती हैं. आई एम सो सॉरी टू से, बट मैंने बाहर देखे मार्केट्स में आपकी क्यूज़ तोड़ने वाली मोस्टली ख़वातीन होती हैं, आपको धक्के दे के आगे जाने वाली ख़वातीन होती हैं. पेट्रोल पंप पे क्यूज़ तोड़ के आगे जाएंगी. मैं अपने बेटे को स्कूल से लेने जा रही होती हूँ एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स आई रियलाइज़ कि देखे बगैर कि ये पार्किंग है या नहीं है, मेन रोड के ऊपर टर्निंग के ऊपर गाड़ी छोड़ के वो चली जाएंगी लेने के लिए. सो दीज आर सम बेसिक थिंग्स. अगर माँ खुद ये हरकतें कर रही है तो हाउ कैन यू एक्सपेक्ट हर टू टीच द ऑपोजिट टू द चाइल्ड? मतलब बच्चा तो वो सीखेगा ना जो अपनी माँ को करते हुए देखते, ना कि वो जो उसको कहेगी या बताएगी. सो दीज आर सम बेसिक थिंग्स. अगर आपको भी कल को कोई लगे आपके इर्द गिर्द के बेटियों को पढ़ा के क्या या बेटियों को एजुकेट नहीं करे, तो प्लीज़ गिव देम सम जस्टिफिकेशंस और रीजंस. ऑन दिस वेरी नोट, लेट्स फॉर्मली स्टार्ट द एपिसोड. आज मेरे साथ एक बहुत अमेजिंग सी गेस्ट हैं. शी इज़ एन इंटरनेशनल गेस्ट, आई वुड से. शी इज़ हेयर इन पाकिस्तान. शी इज़ फ्रॉम पोलैंड. गोशिया. शी इज़ एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, एक ट्रैवल एजेंसी है. एंड if you want to travel, you have to get in contact with her. And also she is a travel vlogger. She has amazing vlogs. She has visited different countries, different cities. Pakistan mein, can you imagine, she has already visited 100 cities. How was that experience? Let's ask her. But before that, let's formally welcome her. Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
How are you?
ठीक है, मैं ठीक है.
आप ठीक है? आप खैरियत से हैं? सब गुड, सब अच्छा?
अच्छा. Thank you for a very nice welcoming introduction. Nice to meet you.
Lovely meeting you, Gosia. So let's just start with the very basic question. Please walk us through your childhood. What sort of childhood did you have? And then what exactly inspired you to become a travel vlogger and literally explore the world?
Okay, that's a very interesting question, to be honest, because my childhood was quite special. Thanks to my dad, my father. He got an opportunity to move to Japan. Okay. And when I was 6 years old, we moved from Poland to Japan. Okay. And I was there for almost 2 years. I was going to kindergarten there, and I was learning, like, for example, Japanese things, language. I was also speaking Japanese.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was my first thing when I was very small girl. My first memories are from this kindergarten in Japan, like, small earthquake. We were living in Kyoto with my parents, and the plane and everything that regarding traveling. So I think that was the first reason why this travel things came to my mind.
Yeah, because you were very young. You said you were only 6. Yeah?
Yeah, I was only 6, but this is like before this travel, because before this trip, before moving to Japan, my memories from Poland is like very blurred. I almost remember nothing. But
Okay.
then, like, main things that I remember is Japanese culture, Japanese kindergarten and food, rice, a lot of different. Everything was different for me. I even had like international friends because this kindergarten was international, so I had these Japanese friends. My best friend was a girl from Colombia.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So that was everything at the beginning, starting my life with traveling. So I think that's how it all started. And then we came back to Poland, but I was always very close to, I really like geographic lessons. I was attending geographic tournaments when I was competing with other students. So, and especially I always like Asia.
Okay.
Like I always like Asia because of Japan, and I was like thinking that, oh, I want to move to Asia again to explore more countries here. So that's how it all started.
So since childhood, you've been exploring different cultures because you were
Yes.
friends with students, I would say children from different backgrounds.
Yes.
So I think you get that since the childhood then. And after you moved back to Poland, you realized that you need to travel and explore
Yes.
more, explore more.
Yes, and this is something that runs in my family. That my family, they can't sit in one place. Like for example, my grandmother and grandfather, they was always taking me somewhere. We're going to the
Okay.
Polish seaside. We're going to Polish mountains. We're going to Spain, in Europe.
Nice.
So yeah, I was traveling across Europe a lot lately. When I was a student and I started getting my own money, so I'm starting also more traveling. I was looking for some kind of program to go abroad. I was an Erasmus program in Italy. I was lived in Italy for a few months when I was doing my Ph.D. I was also in Serbia, in Portugal, and I was working there in pharmacies as an internship.
Yeah,
So
let's
yeah.
just talk about that. You were also pursuing your PhD in pharmacy.
Yes.
It's a totally different field, I would
Yes.
say. And then, of course, you have to study a law.
Oh yeah, that was very, very intense years of study. First, it was 5.5 years of just pharmacy to get degree, and that was 4 years of PhD. Yeah, so I
Yes.
was studying like I finished like a lot of studying. I finished like when I was 29.
Nice.
So yeah, there was a
So
lot.
you had been passionate about medicine as well?
Medicine, yes, but mostly I like about the drugs interactions. I was working in laboratory when I was responsible for a kind of biological research
Okay.
on cell lines. So that was my main responsibilities.
Okay, that's interesting. So these are very different domains, and
Yeah.
it's interesting to see how you merge them together, and you've been balancing them both.
Yeah, for many years I was working like this because I started during PhD. I started Instagram. Yeah, it was
Okay.
like 2018.
Huh.
I started to posting my photographies from many different traveling areas. So this is how it started. And then after like 2 years, I started to grow on Instagram and getting some collaboration. I'm getting some first money from this, and then in 2022, so after 4 years, I came to Pakistan because I was looking as a travel blogger. I was looking for new destination, where to go, what explore more.
And what exactly brought you to Pakistan? Why did you want to come here?
I don't know, something was calling me.
Okay.
But no, to be honest, like I was before I was in Morocco, I was in Jordan. I wanted like to go to Dubai, so Oman. So it was like something related to this Arabic culture, Muslim culture. I like it. I like the sightseeing of this kind of places. So I was thinking like, yeah, why not Pakistan? Like Pakistan has everything. Like has these beautiful mountains, has diversity, culture, and beautiful cities, as I seen on the in the photographies before.
Along with the historical aspects as well.
Yes. So that's why I thought that like also like not many people from Europe goes to Pakistan.
Yeah.
So I thought that okay, it's interesting destination as well because I got a contact with this one girl. She used to live here, so I was in contact with her, and she was advertising Pakistan mountains on social media. So I
Okay.
was like, yeah, why not here?
Why not?
Let's go.
Yeah. And then how was it when you came here for the first time in 2022? Where did you go? Which sites did you visit? Which cities did you visit then?
I spent here almost like 2 weeks. So we are starting with Islamabad, then we
Okay.
went north. In the north, we were like Hunza, Nanga, Parbat, this base camp. We were in the Pasukons, Kunjara Park, and then we went from this area to Kalash Valley.
Okay.
So we were there in the festival for a few days, and then we
Nice.
came back to Islamabad, and then we went Lahore. So it was like, in the bus, a lot of traveling across country, but it was amazing experience, and it stayed. I also stayed in contact with this girl, and she also is very into traveling. So later, when I came back to Poland, I was still like thinking and talking with her, and we've decided to set a company in Poland, like register the company in Poland.
Okay. So that's how the entrepreneurial idea came into being. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I was entrepreneur because I ran my own business with a travel blogger. Yeah,
Okay.
so I already was working with some companies in Poland. I having some collabs. I was advertising cities in Poland. I went to make photography vlogs about the cities, different cities and area in Poland. But yes, it was always in me, yeah, that I want to do more about travel, and getting a travel agency. It was one of my small dream that maybe one day I can do more business relating to travel.
Nice. So you have actually integrated different components from different fields, and this is, I would say, a balanced version
Yeah.
where you have an entrepreneurial mind, you also have an artistic side, because I've seen a few of your vlogs and how you capture the details and everything. I mean, you definitely need an eye for that and a mind for it. So
Yes.
you have that, you're passionate about business, and then you also like traveling, exploring. You also have a thing for medicine, and what I've realized is you're very quick at absorbing and learning things, because before the podcast started, I was just talking to her that how did she learn Urdu and English so quickly? Yeah?
Yes.
How
Urdu.
long did it take you to learn Urdu language?
Oh, in Urdu, I'm just starting, to be honest.
Okay.
So, because Pakistan, it's still you speak a lot of English.
But you can
yeah?
understand.
Yes, I'm getting understanding more and more. So I'm like, now I'm like hiding this, like, oh no, I don't understand that much. But in the end, I'm more getting from the context.
Yeah.
I'm getting some words, and it's easier to connect this. But I think I just need maybe 1-2 more months to just speaking more, maybe not fluently, but with more confident. This is what I need. But yeah, like I can say like मेरा नाम गोशा है, मैं पाकिस्तान में हूँ, and Pakistan बहुत खूबसूरत है, and मुझे coffee पीने है, yeah, मुझे biryani खाना है. Yeah? So that was the this basic, and किधर है, we also say किधर है. And when we are going on a tour, I'm saying like cholo jaldi,
Okay.
like getting arrow, there's and gari, like the car. So there's a lot of things about the car. And when I go to, for example, I'm driving car here, and then I have to go to the petrol station, I always say like 5,000, yeah, for
Achha,
fueling.
So, you know more than enough to survive in Pakistan, then I would say.
Yeah,
That's
I'm getting more. So like almost every day I'm getting some new word, and okay, like okay, yeah, like okay, this is done.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm getting more. So yeah, maybe next podcast I will speak more Urdu.
We'll do the next podcast in Urdu language. Let's invite her after 2 months. Because only 2 months.
Now I have a challenge.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're good at meeting your,
Yes.
setting the challenges and then
Yes,
meeting
yes.
them. Okay, Gosha, let's just talk about the aspect that I always say that vlogging requires gadgets, technology, understanding of technology. It's not as easy as we perceive it to be. You have to be particular about what you're using, how you're using, and then even if you're traveling, you have to carry heavy bags of equipments and everything. How difficult or how easy is it?
Nowadays it's much more easy, because when I starting a few years ago, I was carrying this. Yeah, I was carrying camera, I was carrying more things with me. But now when the technology is more advanced, now I'm carrying mostly like iPhone.
Okay.
I'm invest my money in the new iPhone
Yeah.
and to getting better quality of recording. So this is one of the aspects. But
Okay.
this is what I see as what is very important. It's not only the equipment. I think the most important is this artistic spirit as well. Because if
Exactly.
I know some, for example, my friends, they are also doing this vlogging and everything, and they have, for example, more advanced equipment. But when I look at their pictures, they are good.
They
but
don't do justice, yeah.
So for what is also important, so I also investing money in like Adobe. So I have Lightroom, I have Photoshop. So I also like to add this kind of magic, add some
Okay.
filters to put this more artistic. So that's why sometimes sometimes it takes more time to do because I'm not satisfied with the final look, like, oh, this could be a bit better. So I also waiting for a good light. Good light is also very important, like doing photo shots in the morning, early light, or in the afternoon just before sunset. This is the best.
The golden light.
Yeah, the golden light. And this, in the end, on the photo, you got this magic effect. So I believe this is not only about equipment. Equipment is also important, of course, to have very good quality. So I also bought a new drone.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I have a drone here in Pakistan. So I had some shots from Nanga Parbat, for example. So that's very important. But I think it's not the only thing. So if somebody wants to start doing their own things, it doesn't have to worry like, oh, I don't have good equipment, because equipment is one thing. Yeah. Later, when you start growing, you can buy a new iPhone, you can buy a new camera like Sony Alpha and have this best equipment. But if you don't have this spirit, I mean, if you don't have this, also encouraging yourself to do it. And also there's a lot of practicing, because when I was starting, my shoots were good, but of course they were not that good as now, because now I know like how to sit, how to look, and I also taking a lot of time because I starting with photography on Instagram.
Okay.
So this is how I developed everything, and then for me I still like prefer photography over videos. But
what would it be? If you have to pick one, photography
I'm still
or video?
photography. I'm still prefer photography because this is like for me a moment of capturing the moment. Yeah, of capturing this moment of the light, the beautiful light, the sunset, sunrise, and the moment. I sometimes, you know, when I was buying like a long dress, you know, with this
Flare.
flare and everything. So that was like the catch the moment. But also the videos, I'm now of course the Instagram and all the social media, more
It has
TikTok.
shifted to a Reels format.
Yeah, so you have to do it. This is also like you can't stuck only in one field.
Yeah,
you
the algorithm is dictated by that.
So you always have to develop yourself and also invest a bit time also in getting to know the new trends in the marketing, in the this area of how to record good reel, how to go with this. So it always with experience. So the more you take time to do more photos, to do more videos, this is how you learn, because this is something that you can't just read. You have to go into field and you just have to take 1,000 photos, which will be average, and then after this you getting to know how to make another 100 photos, which will be perfect, for example.
And probably you don't even like even a single picture out of the thousands that you've taken.
Yeah.
That's how you explore, and that's how you make mistakes, and that's how you learn, and then you don't repeat them the next time.
Yes.
So this was I would say a very informative tip for all those जिनको लगता है, मतलब हम होते ना बहाना बनाना होता है, व्लॉगर बनने का शौक होता है, लेकिन वही होता है कि हमारे पास कहाँ पहले हम अब कैमराज लें, उनके पास तो इतने गैजेट्स होते हैं, इतने ड्रोन्स होते हैं. She said that she just uses a mobile phone. और आजकल तो हर मोबाइल फ़ोन की क्वालिटी इतनी अच्छी होती है कि you don't have to rely on big gadgets to be a good vlogger. और उसके बाद यही कि आर्टिस्टिक साइड, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर आपके अंदर वो नहीं है तो आप अच्छे अच्छे गैजेट्स पैसे इन्वेस्ट करके भी कुछ नहीं कर पाते. बट उसकी भी टिप फिर वही है, यू डू समथिंग, you commit mistakes, you learn, and then you don't repeat them the next time. Gosia, sometimes it happens you travel to certain places and then you say that place just took my heart away. Some places where you do not want to come back, you just want to stay there, or probably a moment there that's just you can't even put it in words. It's magical, probably it's spiritual, it's just beyond comprehension. So any place that you visited that you just realized that no, this is something that was missing in my life and I just want to stay here and absorb more and more and more of that.
Yeah, there are these places, especially here in Pakistan, in the north. Yeah, when I see these mountains and I see the sunlight and everything on the mountains reflecting in the lake, and especially in Nanga Parbat, we have this ferry Meadows there, and we are sleeping, and in the morning we are waking up and we are going on the small lake, reflection lake, and everything is magical. It's something that anytime I'm come here again and again, because I was already there a few times, as well as a tourist and as a travel agency, and this is every time I'm amazed. It's very, you have to do this trekking, your legs hurt, but it's always like, I know it will pay off. This pain will pay off in the end. So,
in the end, once you reach there.
Yes, and especially this is something about this, because when I'm, for example, traveling in Europe, there are the cities, every city has kind of history. So sometimes I go to some cities and I'm like, okay, but it's not like something that I want to go back again. But I have these few cities cities like in Europe, especially Budapest. When I'm not talking about Poland, I'm now about it's in Hungary. So I don't know. I just have some feelings about the city. I was already in Budapest 3 times, and when I now thinking about Europe, I feel like I want to go fourth time to Budapest, because there is something about the city. When I was walking on the streets there was something about this light in the morning, and when I was taking photos, it was amazed. It was always amazed. But there's also the countries like, for example, Finland. For me, I was in Finland and I didn't feel good, but this was my impression. So everybody has different impression. But this is also something about traveling, that you go, you explore, and you also learn about yourself. And you
explore yourself. I would say you literally explore yourself when you're in different domains, in uncertain circumstances. You're meeting people that you don't know, literally strangers, and then you're living and striving and surviving. So that is how you get to know your personal potential. You unlock your fears. Fears, I would say.
Yes, because in the end you are in the new country, and you have to, even if you are shy, you have to, for example, sometimes start to speaking English. When I was, of course, before I was learning English in school, and then I was 22, 23 years old, and I go abroad for this internship. But that was the time when I had to speak English, and I was so afraid at the beginning, because I was speaking English, like, when I was on holidays, but it was always with parents, and at school, but there was always like some classes, tests, so it was not the same.
It was not the necessity, I would say.
Yes, and then you are in the circumstances that you have to go like against your fear. And also here in Pakistan, there are also many things that I was doing like against my fear, like because I'm a bit afraid of high, but I was still trying to walk across some bridges. And I was doing this paragliding as well, and I was like always like, no, maybe I'm afraid, but I was doing this here. So
you enjoyed the paragliding experience?
Yes. Yes, in the end, yes. But for a person who is afraid of flying, for example, and before I came to Pakistan, I was very afraid of. This was very contradictional, because I like to travel, but if you like to travel, you have to fly on a plane.
Yes.
And every time I was on a plane, it started a few years back, like I was like 20 something. It was like one moment, and I just started to be afraid of flying. I don't know exactly what was the moment. It was just something that I started to be more and more and more afraid. And then when I was like, no, I'm not even able to fly alone. It was even that moment in my life. So I was like, it was very difficult to travel at some part of my life. But I finally now, when I moved to Pakistan and I started to flying more, something changed. After this trip in Pakistan in 2022, then I came back to Poland, and then something there was some broke in me, like in the good way, that something was unlocked after this whole experience in the north of Pakistan, and this whole travel that I took to Pakistan, and then I flight again in Europe, and because I was that time in Europe again, I was flying, and I realized that I'm not afraid anymore. It was shocking for me. Like, this whole Pakistan experience gave me some courage.
And you can't put it in words or pinpoint what exactly was it, but it just happened.
Yes. Yes, and I felt very happy about this. That finally I unlock again, and of course there's sometimes I feel uncomfortable, but this is not the same. It's not the same level. I was panicking. I was crying on a plane. It was everything.
And now, for a travel blogger, or for a person who owns a company which is all about traveling, if you have this fear, how are you going to survive? Of course,
that was very difficult.
That was very challenging.
So I'm happy that I overcome this fear, that something has changed. In me, something was unlocked. So I think this trip in the North Pakistan, it will influence on me in the way that I didn't even thought that it can experience.
You saw heights. Could be anything. Could be anything.
I think it was everything.
Yeah. So nature helped you.
Yes.
Mend that. Okay, Gosia, so let's just talk about another important aspect. We've been talking about the good points in traveling and exploring and making mistakes and even learning through them. Let's just talk about some uncomfortabilities. Of course, it is not as easy as people think it is, especially being a female, being in unfamiliar domains, unfamiliar circumstances, strangers, strange places to live, eat, food, and everything. So any uncomfortable incident that you still think of, or, that had an impact on you, I would say?
In Pakistan or generally in my life?
Generally, wherever.
To be honest, not so much, because I'm kind of person who is always like worried and thinking about what to do, what not to do. So I'm trying to be aware of this where I'm traveling, to not put myself into dangerous situation. So not, I mean, maybe there was some uncomfortable situation, but we had, for example, once which was kind of uncomfortable for us when when we were in Greece, in a capital in Athens, she got robbed. So she lost her passport, all wallet with everything. So that was kind of uncomfortable, because it could happen. We were just together, and it was just one moment. It could happen to any of us. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So that was the moment when I felt like, okay, we have to manage. She was crying. We had to manage this. Embassy, getting new documents and everything. So that was one of the things that happened, and it was kind of uncomfortable during traveling. But this is a big topic, to be honest. Many uncomfortable situations, mostly related, of course, like to work. Yeah, when I was working in Poland, and I was doing this PhD, of course, it was also some kind of turbulence. It was not that easy to get into this environment at university, because not everybody, of course, were nice. But it was not only related to girls.
Diversity, I would say.
Yes, it's diversity. Like mostly also about the politics, the political situation also in Poland. It's when we had another government, it was also more against like women. So there was kind of problems, which also put us in the the less secure way. So there's like a big thing to talk. But the one thing that I could feel like I feel very uncomfortable, I think luckily I haven't had it. And here in Pakistan, it's like opposite. Like here, they see that I'm like a tourist, that I'm not from here. So it's like opposite. Even when I'm somewhere alone, people are even trying to help me. So here, luckily, I have never had any bad situation. I have only really a very good experience. This is also what my friends that they are coming here from Europe, I mean friends and also customers that are traveling with us, they also say that in Pakistan they are surprised. Yes, the hospitality, the people are very nice, and they really, this is also what I want to show, that the Pakistan is not as it's shown in the Western media. The people are afraid to come, because the image is unfortunately not that good. But this is also the other thing that I'm working on this.
There's a soft side where people are hospitable.
Yes, and this is always happening, that every tour we have, they are saying the same, that they are surprised. They are so surprised. It was so good. The people are so nice to them, and this is the truth.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right. So Gosia, how do you balance work and your personal life? Because I could say and I could tell that there's a lot going on. Of course, you're managing the company, you're bringing in people, you're taking care of them. Of course, it's a huge responsibility.
Yes.
And then, even when you're free, of course, you're thinking about the next content to make for your personal pages. So how do you balance work-life balance? What about it?
Yeah, I was always like workaholic person.
Okay.
So
you enjoy working?
Yes, I enjoy working. When I was, of course, younger, I was always studying. I was a lot of studying.
No wonder you were doing PhD.
Yeah, I was doing PhD, and now it's the same. But I also have friends. My circle of friends is related also to traveling.
Okay.
So this is how I think I balance this, because when I have any like problem or any like small thing to discuss, and my friends have things to discuss, this also like related to travel. Now this year I'm bringing my other travel bloggers friends from Poland. I'm bringing them to Pakistan to show them this. So mostly now it depends on the field. Yeah, now I'm in the field of travel, so my majority of friends and the close people are also related to this. So
there's this commonality that helps you, balance.
Yes. So this is how I see. And nowadays with social media, internet connection, I can also call my parents. Of course, they are far away.
Okay.
But I'm calling them. We are writing with my mother every day. We are sending messages. I'm sending them photo, how it is, how it looks like. So I'm giving them this security that I'm safe here. I'm okay. I have a good life. I was on TV lately. So look at me.
Yeah, that's interesting. Exploring different sides.
Yes.
Nice.
So I think nowadays it's easier, like to be workaholic, but also get in touch with people because of internet connection. So
yeah, that's the global world, I would say, where you're just connected with everybody and the boundaries do not matter anymore. So let's just talk about the food.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course, when you talk about culture, it plays an important role. So what do you like to eat here? And have you developed the, I would say, spice level for Pakistani food?
Yeah, the spice level is still shocking a bit
Okay.
sometimes. Of course, because my cuisine from Poland is not spicy at all.
Yeah.
Nothing. There is nothing like.
Yeah.
Even if there is a bit spicy, we are not eating this.
Yeah.
We have very mild cuisine. Of course, very good, but mild.
Mild,
And,
yeah.
So I'm still have here things that I'm still like getting used to them. But of course, they are the things I like. The things I like is especially biryani.
Okay.
When sometimes biryani is too spicy, I add a bit yogurt, to
Okay.
this, so that I have this thing, so I'm balanced as
Okay.
well. But I like the flavor of biryani. So when I don't know what to eat, I'm going like, okay, let's take biryani's rice, chicken, and it's
So
very
that
good.
is your safe option.
Yeah,
then.
so this is my safe option. I like this Peshawari chicken karahi. I like the flavor. Even if it's spicy with bread, sometimes when it's too spicy something, I just take this more naan bread and I
Okay.
just, use it with sauce and it's easier to eat for me. I like paratha, different type of
Nice.
paratha with potatoes inside, with this, also with this
Aloo wala, mooli wala,
Nutella,
chicken wala.
yeah, different type of paratha. So paratha is also my like morning option.
Okay.
When I thinking like, okay, maybe I will go for eggs, but no, maybe for paratha.
Paratha, nice.
Lately I even start cooking, so I was like also will be frying paratha. So this is one of thing. I like golgappa.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah. So when I'm looking for some street food and there is like golgappa, I like it. I like to try this. So this is like mostly and this what is the chicken with cream malai boti?
Malai boti?
Yeah,
Okay,
this
malai
is
boti.
this is also very good. Sometimes this is spicy, but this cream inside,
Yeah, it
it's
just
amazing
melts in your mouth.
combination. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is amazing combination. So this is my things that I like about this cuisine here. Also in Hunza, when we were in Hunza, there was different things. There was less spicy. There
Yeah.
was like more vegetables. There was like more green these things, but I don't remember the names of the
Dishes,
these
but-
dishes. But there was also they look a bit like paratha, like kind of this small pancakes. But it was also very good. So I think there are more of the things right now, but I'm still discovering. So maybe in the few months I will find another like good. Oh, I also like dumplings from Hunza.
Oh, dumplings.
Yeah,
They are my
dumplings.
favorite as well.
Yeah.
And मैं एक demand भी करने वाली हूँ podcast के during, please. ठीक है? Thank you so much. Yes.
So, yeah, because in Poland, one of our Polish traditional dishes are dumplings.
But you
So-
made me crave dumplings so badly. Gosh.
So we have to go to after.
Yeah, okay, let's make it a done deal then. Okay, now let's just talk about the whole point that you have a public profile and you're out there, and sometimes you even get negative feedback or criticism from people. And then, of course, you also have your fan base where people are just praising and looking up to you and getting inspired in millions of ways by just looking at your posts. How do you get that? Or any incident where probably the negative criticism just took over, or if there are any hate comments or anything like that, how do you tackle that situation? Does it get to you? And then what about all the happy messages as well? Yeah.
Starting with maybe bad comments. Of course, they are bad comments, but when they are from the people that I don't know,
Okay.
I'm not worried. I know that they are the people who just have to write this kind of comments in the internet, and
Done.
they are just
Yeah.
frustrated or anything happen in their life.
In their lives,
Yes,
yes. And
so
they're
this
just
is not exactly on me.
Yeah.
So they just have to go on one profile, write something, on second profile, write something. So I'm not taking that much personally. But when there is like from the people that I know maybe better, for example, from this travel circle, and there's like kind of jealousy between people. Yeah, so they can give you like this bad comment, and this is the thing that stay with me longer. Yeah,
Okay.
because they are in the same business. They are, for example, saying something. They are because they don't like me, or maybe because they are jealous of something. Yeah, that I was in some places like this girl. Maybe she hasn't been. Maybe she will be in the future or something. And I had this situation in Poland.
Okay.
When I started my Instagram, and that was one of the reasons that I even want to close my Instagram profile at one
Really?
moment.
was that serious? It
Yeah,
took you, okay.
I was at this moment. Later I was like, no, I can't. It's my passion, and I can't go like this. But it was the situation. Maybe luckily it happened at the beginning. Yeah, so it was like give me power. Like later when I was like more careful, of course, with people, and now I'm getting. Of course, I have my friends, but they are like a good circle with the people who we are treating each other good. No jealousy between, no competition, always like support. So I'm stay like away from the people who are
Bringing negativity and just trying to pull you
negativity.
down.
Yeah, they try to pull down. They are giving, maybe they're giving good advice, but in the end this is not good advice.
Yes.
Yeah, why you do this, why you post this. But yeah, they are the kind of comment. But mostly I'm like when they are somebody strangers, I'm like, of course they have to just do it. It's not on my thing. But
Yeah.
when they are somebody that I knew, this is more personal for me. So this is like the things. But I'm still trying like to put a wall and not worry about this.
But it does take a toll over you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes, like it's because I'm sensitive person. So
Artistic people are sensitive.
yeah,
I think that
so.
there's this
Yeah.
thing. People say that this is a commonality between all the people who have an artistic side. Of course, they're more empathetic. They feel more for people. So, of course, they're more sensitive. So, if you say
Yes.
anything bad to them, they're going to take it to their heart,
Yes.
which also makes them genuine. So, I would say, these are the traits that people
Yes.
talk about.
Exactly. When I have a friend, I've never like into go into jealousy. When I have this one of my friend, she's also doing blog, and she has very good blog. She has
Okay.
one of the biggest blog in Poland.
Okay, nice.
And I'm not jealous of her. When she has some question to me about photography, I'm helping her with photography. When I had some question about the blog, how to write something, she's the one who helps me. So
Okay.
this is a very good combination. So
Yeah.
I think we should stay like. Of course, it's difficult to stay sometimes away from jealousy because why this person has 100,000 followers, why I don't have, why this like this. Sometimes on social media you can get this feelings, yeah. But it's also about algorithm. It's not always like, oh, we are the worst because we didn't do this the best, yeah.
Yes.
So we have to. You also have to be quite strong, mentally strong to do social media. It's because it's also about the comments of the people, about the algorithm. That the algorithm changes, like you have
Yes,
to
and
adjust
specifically how
yourself.
the algorithm has been changing so rapidly in the previous, I would say, a couple of months.
Yeah.
It just puts a lot of pressure on the person that what exactly are they supposed to do, and then how to mold their content according to their algorithms.
Yes,
So that's a
exactly.
headache, I would say.
Yes, it is a headache.
Yeah. So do you personally manage your social media accounts, or do you have a team or somebody who helps you with that part? You're
No.
personally doing.
No,
You're personally doing everything?
I'm mostly like 90% I'm doing by myself. I have this help from my friend.
Yeah.
Like sometimes this somebody goes with me to take photos. Yeah, because yeah, it's very important. But this is like when I'm with somebody who doesn't know how to take photo, for example.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving my phone. I'm just find a frame and just please like take the photo like this.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, mostly I rely mostly on my friends. When I'm on a tour with somebody, when I'm doing some sightseeing, and I know that I'm with good people that are wishing me good.
Yeah.
So I'm just know I can trust them, and they just can help me with photos. But maybe I'm thinking now to have maybe more people to
Because I'm sure
have
people
this.
like to watch your vlogs when you are in them. You know,
Yes.
when you are narrating the story, when you're walking around and showing the places.
Yes,
So for
yes.
you to be in the camera, there has to be someone who is
Yes,
taking care
yes.
of the camera.
Mostly this is the people that so far they are people like my friends, yeah, my close friends, close people to my heart. But I'm not.
Yeah.
They are doing this, just to. I'm helping them. They're helping me.
Yeah, that's
So
how
this
you
is
grow, and that's
yes.
how you bond together.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, sometimes I was working, but it was like kind of projects. When I have for project, I had
Okay.
some team, yeah.
Okay.
But that was very good experience. I like it a lot.
Nice.
That was
nice.
very good because there was like a good professional camera, yeah, and I just could just focus on the.
A lot of things are
yeah.
taken care of
Yeah,
already.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't have to worry about
So
those aspects.
I'm thinking about this to get this team and invest some money to develop more, yeah, to
More
spend,
team,
yeah.
more team. But then again, as we've talked, and the role of friends, I would say, in your life, it's always important to have close, good friends who have good intentions for you.
Yes.
You know, it sort of gives you that I would say, mental peace and a feeling of security and a safety, and you know that you can just rely on them. You can go out, explore more places with them, and they're just there for you.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you just need a person to listen to you, even if it's about picking up a phone and just calling somebody and you know, just ranting out, venting out. So what makes you happy, Gosia?
What makes me happy? I think the people.
The
That
people?
this time spending with the people I like, the people I love, this is the most bringing me a lot of happiness. The second thing is also this kind of traveling. Yeah,
Okay.
the traveling when I travel, when I'm on the road, like I'm saying, like I can't be in one place. When I'm, for example, one day at home,
Yeah.
I feel sick.
Okay.
I mean, one day at home is enough just to get some energy, sleep more, and then next day I have to move, because if I'm, for example, 2 days at home,
That's
I
like,
feel
that's for
I'm
you?
getting depression. I mean, not
Oh.
depression literally, but you know, I'm getting like, oh yeah,
You're
I have
missing
to
out
do,
on life,
yeah,
yeah?
I have to do something. I have to go somewhere. I have this feeling like some all the time in me. So when I'm on the move, I feel very happy when I'm on the move, and especially when I'm on the move with the people I like.
Yeah.
That's I'm the happiest person in this moment.
Nice, nice, nice. And if you're not traveling, so you have this urge of just getting out and doing
Yes,
something.
yes.
So I always say that creative people, they have their way of how they get the kick, you know, something that gives them the kick and the push and, you know, even at times better ideas. You have to be in a certain state of mind or at a certain place, I would say, to get those ideas. So how does it work for you? How do you get the ideas? How do you just, do you sit and ponder upon and you note them down, or it just automatically naturally happens?
No, I'm a bit chaotic person.
Okay, okay.
I'm just looking when I was starting this whole Instagram idea. I was just looking. I was just looking at Instagram. You know, looking
Okay.
for places, looking for photos. I'm on the many groups, also on Facebook, travel groups. So I'm
Okay.
looking for the inspiration mostly on the photography. When something's, I see these places and they speak to me. Yeah, this
Okay.
place speak to me, and I see
Yeah.
I see the angle. I see area of the. For example, I was in Jordan in Petra, and I was like, I knew that I have to spend money. I have to go to Petra. I have to see this, and I have to go to the desert, for example. So this is the places sometimes like with Pakistan. Like I had this feeling that something in Pakistan is calling me. I have to go to Pakistan. I
Okay.
have to see this mountain. I have to take photos in these places. So for me, like I'm more like I don't know how to say it in English, but I'm when I see something, yeah, like sights person, less than speaking. I mean, less than hearing, but more like seeing something. And then I starting my imagination, starting how I can get something from this place artistically for myself. But no, I was the time when I tried to do that the plan, like with this I will do this. Sometimes I do this, but it's mostly like when I have a plan, for example, like I have to prepare a contract for clients, I have to do this, I have to post this. So this is only the plan I have, yeah.
Okay.
That in that way, like to get my work done.
But the managerial planning, I would say.
But majority when
Yeah.
there is about other things, it's I'm more like chaotic, spontaneous. Like I know I want to. I was never like many people when they go on traveling. They know I have to see this place and this moment of time. I have to see this place. Then I have this, and I'm like, okay, let's go, let's see, because maybe I will stay a bit longer in this place. Maybe I will like this place more.
Yeah.
So sometimes you never know.
So you
Yeah?
do not stick to, I would say, bound itineraries.
No,
You're flexible.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more flexible because this strict binary, they give you more pressure.
Yeah.
Because if you, for example, don't feel good, you overslept or anything,
Yeah.
so you just feel more frustrated. And I'm not talking about the meetings, because when I have meeting and everything, I'm on time and I know I have to do it. But when it's going about more this artistic way, sometimes you have just feeling, because when you are artistic,
Yeah.
you sometimes
You rely
have,
on feelings.
yeah, when you sometimes you just have bad day, and then like
Yeah.
no, and then I go recording something on this bad day, and later I'm looking, this is like not to use. When then
Yeah.
I wake up next day and I have this good energy, and then I go record, I know shots and everything going like this.
Yeah.
So it's
And
very
probably you're done with 2 months work in one day, only when you're feeling good and positive.
yeah, but yeah, so sometimes it's
Yeah.
it's worse. So sometimes there is a break, for example, like when I'm, for example, not posting something, when I was like,
Yes.
oh, okay, I have to do this, but I'm not feeling like, for example, well, of course, I mean only about artistic, because when I have a work related to other things, I'm no matter
Then you have
no
to meet the
matter the
deadlines,
mood,
yeah.
no matter how I feel, I know I have to meeting deadlines, but about these artistic things, for me, it's also like you have to feel good. Yeah, so this is why it is important to get in touch with the good people, because they, in the end, we are exchanging energy. Yeah,
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
with you, I feel comfortable. Now I'm talking a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, that's very important. The way you connect with people and then
Mm.
how you absorb the energies around you. If you're
Yes.
getting a boost from them,
Mm.
then I'm sure you feel like doing more. But sometimes, even if you're really energetic and you're in the mood, but then if you're surrounded by people who are just blah,
Yeah.
you'd feel down. Your energy
Yes.
levels would go down all of a sudden, and then you just don't feel like doing your work either.
Yes. This
So,
is me. This is how I feel. Yeah.
so
I'm.
you take your creative liberty, I would say. For you, that liberty, that feeling, the mood, the aura, the
Yes.
environment, all of that is
Yes.
important. Okay.
Yes. If my mood is off, I'm like, I'm getting no. I'm trying. Then I still trying, but sometimes when sometimes it still has a chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because maybe there is a good light, for example, for a photo, or there's something happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's go. Yeah.
Even if I'm in the bad mood, let's just make the
Yeah,
most out
yeah.
of this. Like,
So
yeah.
sometimes it happens, but mostly when I'm in the bad mood, it's just better to skip this day. Better just.
And how are you generally if you're in a bad mood? Like, there are certain people you just have to stay away from, like, give them their time and space and let them be okay. Because some people just lose it and they just want to take out their frustration on someone. Then some people just go quiet and they just take their time. How do you tackle through a bad day?
I'm trying to sleep, like.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, when I don't feel good and I feel like, okay, this is not my, for example, once in the month, I don't know, something happened, or I just trying to sleep and distract myself. Like, so I'm watching something funny on YouTube, just to get away from this. Of course, you can't get away from this, the problem, yeah.
But
in the end,
temporarily, okay.
but temporarily, just to get more energy, just to deal with this on the next day, for example, yeah. And then on the next day, okay, I'm getting. But mostly it's about, I think, the sleeping.
You
because
sleep
when
to
you sleep,
reboost.
yes, because when you, for example, I'm worried and then I sleep and I wake up fresh in the morning, yeah, with fresh mindset, and I know, for example, how to deal with the situation, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the night, especially in the night, everything looks dark, everything looks darker.
Yeah.
So it's better not to go into any fights or anything in the night, because everything is worse in the night, yeah. So this is at least how it works for me. So it's better for me. Myself, it's better just to try to sleep and then wake up in the morning and
with a fresh mind and fresh perspective and fresh, I would say, energy and boost. Then you look at things the different way. And then sometimes you even feel petty for how you're reacting at night over something really small.
Yes, exactly. I was like, why in the night it was such a problem, and now
I was creating a
chaos.
chaos.
Yeah, so it's better, like, sometimes, shut up
and just sleep.
and just sleep and don't continue, like,
So I think our audience needs to take this tip away, क्योंकि हम अभी तो काम के हवाले से बात करें, but आपकी जनरल लाइफ में भी ये चीज़ बहुत मैटर करती है. समटाइम्स आफ्टर द डे, जब डे एंड हो रहा होता है, तो वही होता है, आपके पास पूरे दिन कितनी फटीग, जो आपने कर लिया वो कर लिया, जो नहीं हुआ उन टास्क की फ्रस्ट्रेशन, और फिर एनर्जी ड्रेन आउट, और फिर आप चीज़ों को जिस जाविये से देख रहे होते हैं वो मुख्तलिफ होता है, क्योंकि आपके ऊपर एक बहुत बड़ा बर्डन होता है. सो इट्स गुड टू जस्ट स्लीप इट ऑफ, रेस्ट, और ताकि सुबह जब आप उठें फ्रेश आइडिया, फ्रेश माइंड, फ्रेश आपका एब्जॉर्बिंग कैपेसिटी ज़्यादा होती है, तो उसके बाद काम करो. और यही कहते हैं, इवन फॉर पीपल हु वांट टू स्टडी, द बेस्ट टाइम इज़ टू वेक अप इन द मॉर्निंग स्टडी. फॉर क्रिएटिव पीपल इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट टू वेक अप इन द मॉर्निंग एंड एब्जॉर्ब ऑल दैट मॉर्निंग एनर्जी एंड देन वर्क, क्योंकि उससे आपको आइडियाज़ आ रहे होते हैं. तो रात का तो ना ही करें. दिस इज़ द टिप दैट आई वाज टेलिंग टू द पीपल, दैट दे शुड अप्लाई इट नॉट जस्ट टू देयर वर्क बट इन देयर जर्नल लाइव्स एज वेल. What's in the very end, I would like to ask, what are your future plans?
Oh, my future plans for this year is also to, as we were talking, to visit this 100 cities, because this is like my plan. So far, I visited a lot of cities in Pakistan, like this Sialkot, Faisalabad, Lahore, Karachi, Bahawalpur, Multan, in the north as well, the small cities. But yes, this is my goal, just to visit more and more. This is one of the things. And of course, to develop more travel agency. To get, this year, I want to aim like 500 people to get to Pakistan.
Nice. And how many countries are already on your list? Like, where do you take the people to? Pakistan?
Yeah, Pakistan. Also, we started tours in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan?
In this
Okay,
year.
nice. Okay.
Socotra, that's the island that belongs to Yemen.
Okay.
And other we have Maldives, and
Nice.
we want to in the Kyrgyzstan, and we
Okay.
also want to start Uzbekistan and Algeria.
Okay.
So this is our plans, but already we have booking for Socotra, we have booking for Kyrgyzstan and Afghanistan.
All right.
But Pakistan is still our main destination. We have a main, like 90% of tourists are still related to Pakistan.
They want to come and explore Pakistan?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But this is also what I'm saying. If somebody comes to Pakistan, they are not like typical tourists. Like typical tourists, they go from Poland, for example, they go to Italy, Spain, Portugal, Greece. Greece is very popular, or Egypt. Egypt is like, and yeah, this is kind of the
Historical,
things.
yeah,
Yeah. But if somebody goes to Pakistan, they looking for some other places, like unusual. Yeah. So that's why we are offering Afghanistan. We are offering Kyrgyzstan because this is not like typical destination.
Yes, true.
So if somebody wants to travel with us, we can, of course, work.
I know, but then again, I would say even from business point of view, it's very important to understand the psyche and I would say the segment of people that you
Yes.
are targeting, and that is a different. And you've already done that, so that is a plus,
Yes.
I would say, because most of the businesses वो fail भी इसलिए हो रहे होते हैं क्योंकि वो जिस market को tap करना चाहते हैं वो उसके अलावा बाकी सबको tap करने की कोशिश कर रहे होते हैं. So it's extremely important for you to know who your customer is and then offer them what they want. So you've
Exactly.
done, yeah.
Yes, that's why.
Yeah, that is where your entrepreneurial mind works.
Yes, this is where, because I could like offer them Italy or Greece,
Yes.
but there's like many, like hundred of, for example, Polish other travel agency that are
Right.
taking tourists there, and they're experienced in this.
But people who want to go for luxury, of course,
Yeah.
they're going to go there.
Yes, yes, and we offering something else.
Yeah.
Because there are not many travel agencies that offering Pakistan. There are not many. Afghanistan is also like very difficult destination, and not that easy. But
So I
we
would
are.
say only people who have this curiosity
Yes.
and they want to explore.
Yes, and they are also experienced in traveling.
Yes,
They were already in many places, and they know that there is not like showing in the Western media. The Western media are very, they are showing not the good image of these countries. But this is not the truth. This is you can't
That is
rely.
an agenda that serves
Yeah.
them a purpose.
Yes, but this
Yeah.
is something that you got the many clicks. When I was searching for the things about Pakistan when I was in Poland, I got many like not good articles, like the scary articles. So I'm not now I know that people are scared because if they want to find something about Pakistan, the articles are there's not good press. So this is also what I'm changing. I'm also writing my articles about Pakistan in Polish language, and I'm talking to the people and I'm trying to encourage this, and I've softened this image of Pakistan. And this is I think this is very important. So this kind of my mission right now, because I think this is not fair.
Yeah.
This is what is shown now in the media. It's still it's like many years after this war in Iraq, after many years after war in Afghanistan, but still the image it's similar. It's
Yes.
almost the same. So that's why I want to really change this, and I hope with my work with travel agency, with my influencer things, I will change a bit at least this image, and I will give a good experience to European people, and other European people will start talking good about Pakistan.
Yes, and that's just how you inspire people. Of course, if they get to see your personal experience and what you're doing, only then they would be inspired to actually come and explore that this is okay.
Yes.
And it's always more, I would say, there's this trust factor. If we know somebody and they're telling something, we would trust them.
Yes.
Instead of just going over an article written by we don't know whom and whatever
Yes.
they are saying, just trusting them. So this also plays an important role. And for that, I would like to thank you.
Thank you.
For your contribution in portraying a soft image of Pakistan on the social media, I would say. And then thank you once again for taking our time and being here and sharing your experiences and stories with us. I hope you had a wonderful experience. Yeah?
Yes, it is. It was very good to talk with you, and I even came to my mind in the memories that I was like not even thought that I will be discussing today.
Yeah.
So it was very great, and thank you for the invitation.
No, thank you
Thank
for
you so
accepting and thank you for being here. We'll stay in touch.
Yes.
And once you're more fluent in Urdu, we are going to have you again.
Yeah, that's my challenge now.
And we'll do another podcast in Urdu language.
Okay, thank you.
Right, this is it from this episode. Inshallah, we'll meet you next week with another guest. Till then, take really good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.